Welcome to this month's edition of the Marketing Mini. My name is Kristen Steele, and I am the founder of Launchpad Creative, a marketing agency for financial services companies. And today we will be speaking about LinkedIn features to help you grow your network in 2025. And if this is your first time joining us for one of these sessions, welcome. We keep these talks short and sweet. Usually they're under 20 minutes. And the purpose of these is really just to introduce you to a marketing topic or a new feature that could help you grow your business or grow your network or something else in the marketing industry. But of course, if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, or if you have questions about something that we could feature in a future Marketing Mini, we would be happy to chat with you. So feel free to reach out by phone or email, and and we'll be happy to chat. So with that, let's just dive into today's Marketing Mini. So as I mentioned, we'll be talking about 4 LinkedIn features to help you grow your audience in 2025. First, we'll be diving into the LinkedIn Interactive Profile banner, which is fairly new. Next, we'll chat about the LinkedIn cover story. Then we'll move on to LinkedIn newsletters. And finally, we'll finish up with the LinkedIn Analytics dashboard. So first, let's talk about the interactive profile banners that LinkedIn rolled out last year. Right now, this feature is available to premium members only. So if you're a premium member, lucky you, you get to try it out. But if not, maybe you'll decide to become one, or maybe LinkedIn will decide to roll this out to all members in the future. But just so to give you an overview of what it is, LinkedIn Interactive Profile Banners is an auto-revolving slideshow of different images, up to 5 specifically, that features something about your company or about a product or service that you're offering, and it appears right here in your profile. So right in this area here, and it's really easy to create, and it's a great way to really differentiate yourself and share something unique about your company. So there are several benefits that we see to creating the interactive banner. The first, it's a modern way to engage with followers. As you know, video on LinkedIn performs better than other type of images or no image at all. So people like movement. They like to see, like I said, videos or GIFs or other type of images or motion that that just grab their attention. So these profile banners do just that. They showcase more about your company or a product or service in a short little soundbite. So again, these banners are just that. They're just banners. So they can't have a ton of text on it. So you need to be very thoughtful when you're creating them. Make sure that they're pleasing to the eye. Make sure everything is legible and easy to find. We say less is more, honestly. So think of it like a headline, maybe a little bit of a sentence or a phrase about that headline. And you can either include a picture or a QR code so people can go and get more information if they're interested. And these banners are a great way to make a first impression. So just think of it as another marketing tool to just attract people to what you're doing or what you're sharing or selling. And hopefully it leads to some great opportunities for you. The next feature we'll be chatting about is the LinkedIn cover story. And this is not a new feature, but I don't see many of these on LinkedIn. Every once in a while, someone sends me one that they, as like sort of an introduction, which I think is great, but I don't see them widely used. But, you can change that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Actually, I think it's a pretty neat feature that helps differentiate you. So just to give a quick overview, LinkedIn cover stories are a 30-second video that appear right on your profile. And there are several benefits to creating one of them. First, it's a great way to introduce your company. As I mentioned before, it helps differentiate your firm and sort of give that elevator pitch right here. If you can't get someone on the phone, why not meet them where they are and share that information about your product or your service or yourself, and hopefully get a call scheduled. It's a great way to showcase your firm's product or offering. So if your firm just released a new product or you just launched a new service offering, this is a great way to give a 30-second overview of that, just sort of like that little appetizer to get to whet people's appetite before you hop in with the main course. So I would suggest to trying this out and seeing how it works for you. Another reason is these cover stories provide people with a glimpse of your personality. So it's a great way to, again, introduce yourself, show that you're just approachable and easy to talk to, and hopefully get that call scheduled that you're hoping for. It's a great way to highlight your area of expertise. So if you're very knowledgeable about a certain subject, or if you're planning on speaking at a conference and you're trying to get people to attend that panel discussion, this is a great way to do that. And it's really easy to create one of these too, believe it or not. So honestly, they can be created in 7 easy steps, which we'll go through now. First, easy one, just ensure that you have this feature on your mobile device, and it's easy to do that. You just go to your page on LinkedIn, your profile page, I should say specifically, and you'll see an orange cross. You select that, and then you click Add Cover Story. Once you're there, you have the option of uploading a pre-recorded video, or you can record a live video. It's really up to you, but we do suggest that if you are uploading a pre-recorded video, that you add captions before uploading it. It's just much easier to do it that way. But if not, if you're recording it live or you forgot to add captions, you don't have to worry. You can certainly add them after the video has been uploaded, and you can even edit the video as well. So there's many options there. You can also decide who gets to see your video. So you can make it available to everyone. You can make it available to a certain list or certain groups. It's really up to you. For example, again, I'll go back to that example of you're speaking on a panel at a conference. Maybe you want to send that cover story to people that are attending the conference. So hopefully, like I said, you get them in to see that panel discussion. And then you can choose your 3-second preview clip. It's almost, think of it like as a thumbnail. And lastly, you just add it to your profile. So super easy, super simple. The next feature we'll be chatting about is a LinkedIn newsletter. Again, this is not a new feature, but it's one that I feel is very, very effective at doing one thing, and that's keeping you and your firm top of mind. So you probably get invitations to subscribe to certain newsletters on LinkedIn. I know I get a few. And again, it reminds you not only about the company, but the person who's inviting you. So think of the LinkedIn newsletter as an email newsletter because they're very similar, with the exception that LinkedIn newsletters live inside LinkedIn and they're created in your company profile. So you're able to create it right there and then share it with people who subscribe to receive it. You can also share it with your network. It can make it available on your page, so it can reach a broader audience than maybe your mailing list through your CRM. So there are 5 reasons that we see to create the newsletter. First, it helps you expand your audience. So once you have your newsletter created, you can, or even beforehand, you can invite people to subscribe to it. So again, you can invite people inside your network and outside of your network. So people maybe in the same industry, or maybe people with certain titles or in certain geographic locations, or who are members of certain groups. There's different ways or different ways to grow that audience within LinkedIn. Another reason is it helps create engagement. So it's a great way to keep top of mind of people that you want to know in the industry, and hopefully get some referrals from it, or get people conversation started from your newsletter. Again, it's a great way to boost brand awareness. These newsletters pop up in your feed on a cadence that you decide. It could be weekly, it could be monthly, it could be quarterly. It's really up to you and the time that you have to create these. But it's a great way to, like I said, just get yourself in front of people within your network. And these newsletters position you as a thought leader. So often in these newsletters, they include thought leadership that you may have published or want to publish and share with your network. So again, it helps position you as a thought leader on a certain subject and again, gets your profile noticed. And finally, it could be a great lead generation tool. I've seen a lot of business won from these newsletters because, again, not to keep repeating myself, keeps you top of mind, helps raise your profile as a thought leader, and it gives you credibility. The final feature that we'll be chatting about today is a LinkedIn Analytics dashboard. Now, this analytics dashboard is new to many people. It was rolled out, I would say, a year or so ago, and it just one day just showed up in your profile and on your business page. And I think it's a great tool that anyone can use. I'm glad LinkedIn has made it available to everyone because it really helps answer the question how my page is performing. So there are several reasons why we suggest using LinkedIn Analytics. It helps you understand your audience better. Where are your followers coming from? Are they from a certain geographic area? Are they, do they have certain titles? Are they from a specific industry? It helps understand that. And it also helps you understand whether or not your follower base is growing. It helps measure content performance. Is the information you're putting out there, are people engaging with it? Are they reading it? Are they seeing it, etc.? And this helps shape, the type of content you share and the cadence and, and the topics. And then it helps optimize your posting strategy. So if you find that when you post in the morning, you get 50% more engagement than when you post in the late afternoon, then that helps you understand, okay, I should be posting in the morning on these specific days, and I will get more eyes on my content. And LinkedIn Analytics offers quite a bit, which is fantastic. A lot of these we just went over, but first, the content. It shows how effective your content strategy is. Are people engaging with your videos or your infographics or whatever else that you're sharing? And if so, what do they like? What do they prefer? Are your followers growing? Are you reaching new people, or is that number staying pretty stagnant? The visitors that come to your page, they might not become followers, but they're visiting your page. Understand that demographic, and so you can better reach them and understand who they are. So if they're from a certain geographic area or a certain industry or certain title level, you can shape your content to hopefully attract them and get them as followers. If you're using the lead generation tool on LinkedIn, it's a great way to capture new leads. And these are going to be quality leads. Obviously, they're interested in your firm and your product or services, because why else would they have filled out a lead generation form? So it's another great lead generation tool. One thing I love about LinkedIn Analytics is that it allows you to see how your competitors' pages are also performing. So all your analytics on your page can be downloaded, and you can do some metrics or charts, graphs, and things like that. And you can compare it to how your competitors' pages are doing. See where there might be some gaps, where there's some opportunities to grow, where there's new opportunities to share content that's different, to hopefully get more eyes on your page. It's a great way to showcase, your company. So a lot of companies use LinkedIn career pages that just share a little bit of information about your company culture, the type of people that you generally work there. They share their experiences. That's a great way to show like different sort of events or team building activities your company does, and also, of course, all the job postings. So this is a great way to see who is engaging with your career page and see if you're actually, attracting the right people. And then finally, the newsletter, again, we can see all the analytics about that newsletter, how it's performing, what the audience is, things like that. So you can better test new strategies there. So I promise we'll keep it short and sweet. So thanks so much for your time. But of course, as always, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is on the right. Happy to answer any questions you have about the 4 features we went over today, or some other topics, as I mentioned, that you might be interested in. I'd be happy to create a marketing mini on that in the future if we understand and are knowledgeable about it. But thanks again. Just so you know, next month, Dakota Sweat will be running the marketing mini, where she'll be talking about a LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So we'll send some information about that event next week, but just know that it is going to scheduled for noon on February 18th. So hope you'll be able to join us then. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I hope you all have a great afternoon.